All right, so tomorrow we've got a quiz. We're looking at a lot of different words that are building up into the American Revolution. So I'm going to go over some of these words right now so that you can be successful. So make sure you study. And there is a Quizlet that's posted online to help you study for these words. So the first word we have is Proclamation of 1763, which basically states that colonists can't move west of the Appalachian Mountains. The Proclamation of 1763 is written because the British made nice with the Native Americans at the end of the war, and this is their reward. The next word is boycott. A boycott is a refusal to buy something. Okay, so when we look at boycott, colonists are going to start boycotting British goods. Why? Because we are upset about the taxes they are passing without our consent or without us helping make. All right. The next word is Battle of Quebec. And Battle of Quebec is the turning point in the war. So what ends up happening is that the war's going along. We don't know who a clear winner is turning out. And then at the Battle of Quebec, England starts showing that they are going to win the war, the French and Indian War. So England wins the Battle of Quebec. It's the turning point, which means the war starts going towards them. Okay, revenue. Revenue means generating income. When we are studying it, we're looking at it as being a tax. And England is going to pass taxes to increase their revenue, their money for their government to pay off the war debt. Okay, Quartering Act. So at the end of the French and Indian War, there's no place for the soldiers to go. So they pass a Quartering Act. Act is a fancy word for law. And the Quartering Act means that British soldiers would stay in our houses, and we were supposed to feed them and probably do their clothes and things like that. Why did they pass the Quartering Act? The English passed the Quartering Act because they're broke at the end of the war. There's no place for the soldiers to go. The soldiers served for life, so it was expected that we colonists would be so excited that they won the French and Indian War that we would happily house them in our homes, and we weren't happy about it at all. Quartering Act, okay? The French and Indian War, we've discussed this all week. When you look at the quiz tomorrow, think about what caused the French and Indian War, okay? So specifically, think about what they were trading in the Ohio River Valley. It was one of our dead animals that we discussed in class. It's the beaver, the fur trade, right? So that'll be something big for the French and Indian War. The Treaty of Paris is the peace treaty that is signed at the end of the war that effectively that makes England the victor, of course, and kicks France out of North America. The French will give up all of Canada and all the land east of the Mississippi River, all the land east of the Mississippi River. Treaty of Paris. Albany Plan of Union. The Albany Plan of Union is written by Benjamin Franklin, and it was an attempt to unite the colonies against the French. We're still British colonists, but Benjamin Franklin makes a call for all the colonies to come together and unite and fight the French. This is the chopped up snake we've been talking about in class all week, or the join or die. And then lastly, Pontiacs Rebellion. Pontiacs Rebellion, this is going to happen after the French and Indian War. And with Pontiacs Rebellion, the Native Americans are led by a Native American named Pontiac, and they're going to fight or conflict with the British, right? So this is Pontiac's Rebellion. Remember, we should even be coming in contact with them because of the Proclamation line of 1763 that ended up getting passed. We're not even supposed to be across those mountains, but we cross the mountains anyway. We ignore the British, and we end up getting in a fight with the Native Americans. Now, that was quick and fast, but you can always go back and replay it, okay? So when we look at these terms, always think cause, definition, and effect to be able to make ties to the other words. There's a Quizlet posted for you too. So I hope everyone does their best and make sure you study into the